Hey Tom, just looking at the short answers that you just sent through to me. Um, one of the main ways in which Al Ghazali has contributed to Islam. So we're looking at four ways in which Al Ghazali has contributed to Islam. Probably aimed at a band four student because it's worth 4 marks, but it should be a reasonably easy one because it's just a glorified list for things that Al Ghazali said. Synthesized ideas about theology. There's one. Law and mysticism, 2 and 3. For and against these, still, yeah, good. Contributed to Islam by providing clarity, fantastic, amongst the sects. So you've got your 4 marks already. Yep, good response. So you need to show the beliefs of Islam. So we're looking at the core beliefs of Islam. A 6 mark, you'd probably want looking at 3 out of the 6 beliefs expressed in the Hajj. So 3 beliefs of Islam expressed in the Hajj, you need to show. So provide the links between the aspect of the Hajj and the core belief of the tradition. It's a 6 marker. It's probably aimed at a band 5 student, so you should be able to get 6 out of 6 from this. Right, not a bad start. You probably don't need this sentence, the Hajj takes place, because it doesn't have anything to do with beliefs being expressed. You can say this obligation, that's a good one. Fully submit to the will of Allah, because that's one of their beliefs. If you get stuck, they're going to give you a mark for that. All right, that's good that you bring in that quote. Always bring in a quote with any of your essays, any of your short answers worth 5 or more, so that's excellent. Principal belief of one God, all right, in Allah, there you go. Arafat, so hopefully you're linking this to Judgment Day. Okay, to the prophets, because you could link that to where Muhammad did his final sermon. So you could link the plain of Arafat to that, or I would link it to Judgment Day because it's much easier because you're planning, you're standing on a 60-degree hill all day in very trying conditions, which mirrors what it's going to be like on Judgment Day, where your good and bad deeds are judged. So I would link it to that, but I can see why you would link it to the belief in the prophets. Yeah, good. Fantastic. All right, you probably only get a 5 for that because you've only really got 2 core beliefs that I can see. So you got to the prophets and submission to the will of, or the one God, submission to the will of Allah. You might get a marker that'll say, yep, that's a core belief. So they'll give you a 6. But what I'd do is I'd have something easy to link to just about everything. So predestinations, something that's easy to link to everything. Or angels seeing the good and bad deeds when they're doing the stoning of the pillars. Just like you're good at making those links, so make it overt here. But I really like this is something your writing's matured a lot because you're starting to bring in these quotes without it being explicit. Like all you're doing is you're continuing a sentence, which is fantastic, and you're using the quote just to complement your sentence. So for a question like that, to really have a look at these beliefs and write down what you think your 3 beliefs, if it's 6 marks, are going to be that you're going to link them to. But yeah, good job, mate.